Gustav, great to see you.
Great to see you too.
How are you doing? Have you had your sound check yet today?
Yes, we had it just now. It was very exciting. I had to calm myself down to be like, it's for tonight, leave the energy for tonight, because I'm just so hyped to do it. Yeah.
Keep something back.
Yes, it's important.
And it's quite a big an arena, right?
It's very big. I was very surprised. And it's full house apparently, so it's going to be a very nice party.
Okay, so we saw your amazing presentation at Eurosong. How do you think you're going to change things up for Liverpool? What will we see that's the same? What are the elements that will stay? And what is going to be something new that we won't have seen before?
Well, it's kind of what you said. I think it's a combination of the old and new, meaning it's going to be much more dynamic. So we were kind of like stuck on these kind of like pedestal things that will be cleared away, and we'll use much more of the stage in Liverpool because it's huge, it's so big, so we have to make use of it. There's going to be 3 backing vocalists instead of 2, and there's going to be much more interaction with them as well. What we are going to keep is all the visuals, which means we're going to do different ones, but the idea of queer culture, drag culture, and ballroom culture, it'll be integrated into the visuals. But there will be a bit more interaction with those visuals as well in the performance.
Okay, amazing, because that was one of the things I really, really loved about the performance. I guess it was kind of a reference to Vogue culture from back in the day, ballroom culture.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing.
Yes.
So when did Eurovision become on your radar? Has it been something that's always been in the back of your mind that you'd like to do?
Yes, I think as a child and a young teenager, I was always a huge fan, making lists about the best outfits, best voice, best songs. And I think my first memory is seeing, because when I was 6 years old, I think Johnny Logan won with Hold Me Now, and Sandra Kim just won the year before, so it was held in Belgium. And I just remember seeing that on television with my family, because when we were young, I'm a bit older, so we used to still watch the television, remember that? And we used to watch it with all the family together each year, like you would watch the football kind of. So it was always imprinted in me, and I think the last 15 years I got more into it again. I think when I was in my 20s I lost it. I still watched it, but I wasn't into it. And the last 15 years I got more into it again because friends of mine got into it. And I think I think something happened about 10, 15 years ago where the kind of the level changed, and there was more eclecticism in the contest, much more different kind of songs, and it just became much more interesting. And then the last drop was me doing backing vocals for Senec in 2018.
You did?
Yes, I was the backing vocalist for Senec 2018 and backing vocalist for Hooverphonic in 2021.
So you got to see the bubble and the vibe.
Got the beast from within. Yes. And it just made me fall even more in love with the whole idea of it. And I was never on stage, so it became a personal vendetta to be on stage the third time.
Now is your time.
Yes, that's a joke, by the way, because I really enjoyed those experiences a lot.
And I have to say, watching the Eurosong final, I felt like there was a really good connection between all the contestants. There seemed to be a lot of support and camaraderie. How was that experience? Did you guys kind of bond over that experience? And there was that interesting as well, where you had to give each other advice about which song you thought you should submit.
It was a very interesting idea, it's true. But I have to say, it was a very nice experience. Because it's a bit like war buddies, where you're all in the same situation, so you kind of tend to go for each other when it comes to that kind of stuff. And we still have a WhatsApp group, we still text each other all the time, and I really have a very good bond. I have a bond with everyone, but Amira was someone I really felt connection with. That's the beautiful thing about the experience. I didn't know her at all, and then we met and we hit it off, and now we're actually very good friends. So
wow, that's awesome. And so have you had any advice from any of the previous Belgian contestants? Have they been trying to prepare you for what you're about to step into? Well, you've seen it already, but...
Yes. Well, actually, yes, because I've been in the business for a while in Belgium, so I know a lot of people, and like Kate Ryan, who did Chut Adore for Belgium. She's a good friend of mine.
Icon.
Yeah,
she's a friend of yours?
Yeah, she's a friend of mine. Actually, one of my backing vocalists is one of the backing vocalists for Kate Ryan. So we're all just, entwined in Belgium. And she gave me some good advice. She told me to really stay close to who I am and trust my guttural feeling when it comes to perform and when it comes to staging. And of course, Senec gave advice. Hjerke from Hooverphonic gave advice. And Laura Tesoro from What's the Pressure from 2016 also gave some advice. Because I saw her at an event and we talked about that as well. So it's a very small, country. So it makes sense.
That's great. So what does the next couple of months look like for you in the run up to Liverpool, to Eurovision?
It's a full-on Eurovision experience. Because I was still doing I'm also a teacher. I was still teaching. I stopped teaching now for a while to kind of focus full on onto this. And from now on it's like making sure the act is really where it has to be, making sure everyone knows what they're doing for the act. The visuals have to be done because I'm really supervising that with my husband, who's my visual director. So we still have to do all those, we have to take all those videos, take all the shots, we have to edit everything, so it's going to be a full-on experience, and also getting the outfits ready for Eurovision. So it's still a lot of work, but
there's a lot to do.
The funny thing is, the more I get to the end, end, it's becoming much more more focused for me, more positive. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's very good. So what impression would you like people to be left with after your performance in Liverpool?
Well, I hope the message of the song really comes across, because the message is really about celebrating who you are and thanking the people who brought you there. So I do hope people take that message with them, and I think what I really want to spread is joy. I want to spread joy of life, and if people have a smile on their face while they're watching me, that's the most beautiful thing I could achieve.
100%. Thank you so much for talking to us, and I can't wait to see you tonight.
Pleasure.
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Bye-bye.